So if you're not getting that body composition, that muscle definition, that lean look that you're after, it probably has to do with this one thing, and that's just based on the ladies that I've been talking to. And the good news is that it is actually pretty simple. It's not complicated at all. So you might be doing more cardio, more jogging, more salads, and that's not wrong. Vegetables are really good for us. I was doing that too. But actually, where you're going to find the biggest ROI on your effort is tracking your food and then figuring out how much energy. So remember, calorie is an energy is a calorie. Figuring out how much energy you specifically need for your lifestyle, whether you're an endurance runner, whether you're sedentary, because then what we want to do is track our food to make sure we're eating the correct amount of energy to match our body's energy needs. And that would be the best starting point. Because what I see is most people are guessing. So a lot of times they're under eating, meaning you're not taking in enough energy. So it's going to be really hard to build muscle and lose fat if you're not taking in enough energy, enough calories. You're probably going to lose a bunch of muscle. And then what's going to happen is you'll lose a little bit of fat. But when you lose muscle, your fat loss is definitely going to stall. So that's what I'm seeing happen to a lot of folks. If you're taking in too many calories, too much energy, then obviously it's going to be hard to lose fat. You're not going to be able to see that muscle definition, that tone look that people want. Taking in more calories is going to make it easier for you to build muscle. But I think most of you are not really wanting to be in that bulking phase. So think of it this way. A lot of you start tracking, meaning you're logging your food intake with really good intentions, and then it starts to feel tedious. So it's really easy to drop off. But just think of it this way. It's effortful, but your return on investment, the information and the starting point, remember the baseline, we cannot improve if we don't have a baseline, is going to be this much effort for this much return versus going out and doing extra cardio, which is usually going to take up a lot of physical energy, mental energy, and it's probably going to take up a big chunk of your day. So long story short, if you're trying to shed some fat, get a little bit of leaner, see that muscle definition, the more efficient way to do it is not with more cardio. It's going to be through your diet, through your nutrition. And then if you want to maximize that, you need to log. You need to figure out what you're putting in, how many calories you're taking in. And then once you figure that out, then you can figure out your macros, like your protein, your carbs, whatever. But the bottom line is the women who have faster, more efficient progress, they know what they're taking in, and then you get so good you can even eyeball it. So guessing, that's what's keeping you spinning your wheels. Trying to guess and do more cardio and eat as little as possible, it might make you worse off. So we're gonna do a tracking challenge together, and then I'll put the details on how to sign up down below.